1480 WHBC presents the High School Football TV Game of the Week. The AllCare TV Game of the Week is brought to you by AllCare, Altman Health Foundation, CSE Federal Credit Union, MCTV, Northern Ohio Honda Dealers, Old Carolina Barbecue, SARDA, and Friends and Family Credit Union, and can be seen locally on This TV Canton.
And a good evening to you from Northwest High School for a packed showdown tonight on the AllCare TV Replay Game of the Week via 1480 WHBC as the Northwest Indians at 4-0 play host to the 4-0 Orrville Red Riders tonight. Hi again, everybody. I'm John Bazika tonight on the AllCare TV Replay Game of the Week, and joining me as always are Elmer Sheets and Noah Hiles. And we'll start first with Elmer Sheets and look at the home team on the scoreboard, and that is the Northwest Indians. And Elmer, this is a good football team.
Very good football team. You're 4-0. Can't get any better than that right now. But I have two players I'm going to watch tonight, and one is the transfer student, number 6, Jordan Mick, quarterback and safety, 5'11", 180-pound junior. He transferred in from Hoban, and if you know anything about football in this area, Hoban's a 2-time state champion, so they're not too bad of a program. He needs to put balance in the Northwest attack tonight. They got to be able to run the ball, and they got to be able to pass the ball. They got to keep the ball away from Orrville. There's no question. And the other thing, when he's on defense, he'll be playing next to his freshman brother, Brandon Mick, who's a defensive halfback. So, and my other player to watch is it has a very important job tonight. Number 5, middle linebacker Colton Weber, 5'9", 180-pound senior. He's their leading tackler on the team. He must have the game of his life tonight. Okay, there's no question about it. He has to tackle Mr. Parks, and that is not an easy job. And he must be patient. He must stay behind him when he's running that sweep. And when he cuts back, he has to be there, and he has to be a short tackler. He cannot overrun, because if he starts overrunning him, this kid will cut back, and it'll be a long night for the Northwest Indians.
We look forward to Elmer's comments all night from the booth, and to talk about the Orrville Red Riders and that young man, Marquell Parks. Well, here's Noah Hiles.
Yeah, John, you asked me to feature a member of the Orrville offense. I thought I would settle for the guy who was 1 touchdown shy of setting a state record last season with 56, 4,000 total yards of offense, and he's doing it again this year. 15 touchdowns, 900-plus total yards of offense for Marquell Parks. This year, he's looking to follow up his performance he put up against Northwest last season, where he set a school record with 334 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. Defensively, the guy they're going to go to is Ben Amstutz. He's a captain defensively, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's going to be rushing the passer. He's going to be setting the edge. He's also the winner of the Charles W. McMillan Award, which goes to the scholar athlete. They present that before their rivalry game week 1 against Worcester. So he gets it done on the field and on the classroom.
All in all, a great game tonight here at Northwest, and we can't wait to bring it to you. It's the Northwest Indians and the Orrville Red Riders next on the AllCare TV Replay Game of the Week.
There is something special about our community.
It's a feeling, a spirit, and you can sense it and see it in everyone who lives and works here.
Everyone in our community matters.
You matter.
It's a simple concept,
yet its message carries a great impact, which we all need to hear.
Every conversation, each Pay It Forward message can have an incredible impact on someone else's life.
It can start with just 2 simple words.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
When it comes to our donuts, we're all in. And the new Civic handles the rest. With Bluetooth built in to make life sweeter, donuts are better. With a Honda.
Upgrade to a new Civic for just $189 a month. Visit NorthernOhioHondaDealers.com.
Skeppers likes to keep an eye on her neighborhood, like MCTV watches out for our neighbors, to make sure everything runs smoothly for our customers. From our technicians in the field to our engineering experts behind the scenes, we use top technology to keep your internet, TV, and phone connected. Plus, expert local technical support and friendly people to greet you. Everything in the neighborhood, the way it should be. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
People made the CR-V the best-selling CUV in its class. Hurry to your Honda dealer during the #1 CRV event and get a great deal today.
And we return in here to Martin Smilik Stadium at Shalmo Field at Northwest for a great battle tonight between the Northwest Indians and the Orrville Red Riders. John Bozica, Elmer Sheets, Noah Hiles, Bob Jeffries, and the Image Video crew along with you. And Elmer, as always, we go to our MCTV keys to the game. And what are your keys for tonight's game?
Northwest must do 4 things. They must control the ball offensively. Northwest must be good tacklers. Northwest must, and don't kick the football to number 21, excuse me. And they must play disciplined and pursuit of the football. Orrville, it's real simple. Keep feeding Mr. Parks. He's 5'9", 160-pound junior. Talking to the coach this week, he mentioned that the young man last year had a total of 4,000 total yards. And more amazing than that, he scored 56 touchdowns, which was 1 touchdown away from a state record for us one season. The key word when we talk about him is going to be twitched. The college coaches say he is twitched, not to be confused with bewitched, but he is twitched. It means he has great lateral movement. He's quicker in cat's knot. Okay, both teams are 4-0. It should be a great game.
We cannot wait to bring it to you tonight here. A Pac-7 showdown between Northwest and Orrville. Both teams enter 4-0. This is exactly what makes high school football great. Again, those were our MCTV keys to the game. They go the extra smile. So Northwest and Orrville. Last year, the winner of this game was Orrville, 55-14. Northwest hopes to keep this a lot closer this season. Marquell Parks is back deep for Orrville. And to kick it for Northwest.
Do they kick it to him?
They said they worked on kicking the ball to corners and things all week.
Well,
Isaac LaFay, the freshman, is the kicker.
If it goes out of bounds, it's on the 35, right? That's not good.
Suppose the worst that could happen is a 65-yard touchdown run by Marquell. He will do things tonight, folks, that when you're watching at home will simply make your jaw drop and you will be left speechless. And if you're Orrville, do you toss it back to him on the return?
You get the ball to him any way you can. If you have to drop it to him from a helicopter, you get him the football. As they say, he's the man.
He is.
He's the man.
Good look at Isaac LaFay there, who has it teed up. Stands are shaking. The student section is into this. Orrville and Northwest is underway. It's a short kick and fallen on by Colin Butler, a senior. Orrville offense, the wide receivers Phillips, Walker, and Hall. The line, Hostetler, Burns, Ramel, Phillips, and Hall. Ramsdell and Parks make up the backfield along with Cooper Haley, the quarterback. Cooper Haley's first year as a starter, replacing Logan Domer last year, who had a special state championship game last season, allowing Orrville to beat Johnstown Monroe in the D5 state title game. And he's immediately joined in the backfield as Cooper Haley by Marquell Parks, and that is Marquell. And Marquell is wrapped up in the backfield. Nice open field tackle there, and that was the linebacker. That was Colton Weber. The key linebacker as we look at the Northwest defense. Wise, Jones, Ramsey, and McClung across the defensive line. The linebackers Hauser, Smith, and Weber. And the DBs Beers, Mick, Greenfield, and Mick. Throw by Haley here to the outside. And pass is caught by Jake Phillips, but not a lot on the game. Third down upcoming. Nice tackle by Colton Weber there on that first play. You called it.
Yes, he has to have the game of his life. He really does. And that, like you say, he was in perfect position and made a great tackle.
He pursued the ball.
Yes, he did. He stayed behind it, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Third down for Orrville here. Parks gets the ball. Marquell bottled up again. Gang tackling on Marquell Parks. Everyone got to the ball there. Something that Coach Harbor told us about during the week. He said it's not the first guy, it's not the second guy, it's the third, fourth, and fifth guys that have to be committed, and they were all committed there.
Defensively, they controlled the line of scrimmage on that one. They drove Orrville back, their offensive line.
Now, Orrville has only punted the ball 3 times all season. Cooper Haley has done the honors when they've had to do that. So you'll expect him to drop back for a quick kick here, which he does.
Whoa,
and he goes off the side of his foot, and Northwest is going to get some great starting field position. Look at the Northwest offense for you. Again, brought to you by the Northern Ohio Honda dealers. Grossnickel, Dinkins, and McClung, your wide receivers and tight end. The line is Wise, Sanford, Jones, Prexta, and Logan. And then the running backs, Greenfield and Hauser. The quarterback is Jordan Mick. That was a 12-yard punt, Elmer.
Well, that goes in Northwest's favor right now. Let's see what they can do with the ball here.
Last week, Colin Hauser was the man, the running back. 178 yards.
This is a 4-6-1 defense. There's a lot of guys up on the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Mick going to run on first down, being pursued, but Jordan gets through, loses the ball late, but nice gain on first down. Austin Armstrong, the Sam end on the tackle there. As we take a look at that defense, Amstutz, Burns, Pumphrey, and Armstrong, the defensive line. The linebackers, Kale and Phillips. And then the DBs, Ramsdell, Hall, Butler, Walker, and Parks. Parks, the free safety. Keeping is Jordan Mick. Jordan Mick has the sideline and pushed out of bounds, enough for a first down. And he calls on this crowd to get hyped immediately. Nice run by Jordan Mick here. We have a moment, too. We're going to head down to the sideline for the first time tonight. Do it after this next play. Get Noah Hiles into the action here. Northwest with a first down, though, as Orrville went 3 and out on their first possession. Battle of 4-0 teams here. Everyone packed in tight at the line. Hauser gets the give. Decent gain again on first down. While we have this moment, brought to you by Sarda, down to the sideline with Noah Hiles. Noah.
John, when you're taking on a defending state champion like Orrville, the key is always to get on a hot start. That's been no problem for Northwest this year. They've outscored their opponents 97-7 so far this season in the first quarter. That only touchdown they allowed was actually off of a turnover. You saw that great defense early on in their first possession, and now you're seeing the offense get rolling.
Second down for Northwest. Again, Hauser gets the ball. And Colin with another nice run. Again, last week, 4 touchdowns for Hauser and 178 yards, Elmer. He's been active so far this year. This is a nice run.
This is a nice run. They got 2 guards out in front. They're taking that defensive end for a ride. And they are controlling the ball. They're doing exactly what they have to do.
Now, turnovers have been a problem for them this year, but
don't jinx them.
They battled through them.
No jinx. Not to be confused with Twitch.
Third down for Northwest. Key third down in Orrville territory, and a timeout taken by Northwest. 8:54 left in the opening frame, and it's Northwest and Orrville tied up at 0 early on in this ball game. We'll be back with the action after these timeouts.
At Friends and Family Credit Union, you, the members, are the owners. Our friendly staff serves over 11,000 members, assisting with their financial needs and bettering their lifestyles.
Hi, I'm Nick Langenfeld, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County.
Are you looking for something different? Stop in today to become a friend of the family.
You can't tell your cold to wait? Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Get the app now. You can't tell your migraine to wait. Talk to a doctor now with the new Altman Now app. Download the Altman Now app now.
For nearly 20 years, thousands of people have relied on SARTA for safe, affordable, reliable transportation.
People like Misty Williams, who's riding SARTA to a brighter future. Misty's a full-time student and mom who uses our fixed routes to get to school, pick up her son at daycare, and return home at the end of a very busy day.
School, shopping, Cleveland, Akron, the airport, for work or for play. People you know count on SARTA to meet their transportation needs. And we deliver.
SARTA, where can we take you today?
And we return back into Dr. Martin Smilik Stadium. Or Martin Smilik Stadium, not sure that he's a doctor, I think he is. Chalmo Field, Northwest and Orrville. Key third down for the Indians here in Red Rider territory. Keeping Mick, brought down at the line. Nice tackle in the open field by Zach Walker. He's listed as the bandit on their starting lineup. What is the bandit on defense, Elmer?
That's just an outside linebacker, rover type situation. Every school has a name for it to try to fire up the kid who's going to play it. But it's usually for a good athlete who's a good tackler. And that time we saw that he's a bandit, all right. Did a good job.
Fourth down now.
They're going to go for it. No,
Jordan Mick is also their punter. He is. Man in motion. Mick will keep. Mick has the sideline again. First down. On a fourth down, they convert. That's a huge play.
I tell you what.
He's quick.
Tell you what, Jordan Mick is everything that we've heard about him. He's a good athlete, and he's been the guy controlling the ball here. He's had 3 big runs so far.
His coach said he had a hell of an arm, and we have yet to see it tonight. Beers and Dinkins, bottom of your screen. Once we give you that look, they're out of the picture, and then top of your screen would be Grossnickel. He's out of the picture as well. Give is to Hauser. Whoa. Call in. Another nice run on first down.
Yes, it is.
And they're controlling the ball too, Elmer, which is the key.
Yes, they are. Missed tackle right here.
Joey Kale.
43, missed him.
Linebacker. They're almost into the red zone. They basically are at the 20-yard line. Got to capitalize here. Last year they went into the red zone against Orrville 4 times or 5 times in the first half. Coach Harbour couldn't remember the exact number, and he only capitalized like 1 time out of that. Mick keeps, and again makes it 3rd and manageable.
He's reading this. The end goes out. He keeps the ball. Off tackle he goes. Did exactly what he's supposed to do on that play.
Transferred in the offseason from Hoban, along with his brother in Braden Mick. And how about this? A little bit of a power eye here. Mick goes under center, fumbled the snap, but gives to Hauser. And he's going to be close. May have it. I think they're signaling that he does. Just short, maybe. Nope, they'll give it to him.
Tell you what.
Could you ask for a better start if you're Northwest than this?
No. Northwest is doing everything that they have to do right now.
He almost lost that ball in the snap.
Yeah, in the center. Told you jinxed him by talking about the turnovers. Timeout. Timeout.
Northwest has to blow their second timeout. Not exactly probably what Coach Harbor wanted to do early in the game like this, blowing 2 timeouts in the first quarter against 4-0 Orrville. Reminder, tomorrow, Ohio State, big game against Nebraska, if you want to call it that. All season long, they have yet to play a close game this year, so maybe if you're a Buckeye fan, you can hope that that continues. Many of us are. Tomorrow on 1480 WHBC at 6 p.m. you can catch the pregame, and then Paul Keels and Jim Lachey will bring you all of the action. Again, I think their closest game might have been like week 1 against Florida Atlantic. They've blown just about everybody else out.
Yes, they have. Their quarterbacks keeps improving also.
Yeah, Justin Fields, he's looking good.
Yeah, they're talking about him a Heisman Trophy candidate right now.
It's always good when you're in that conversation.
It's a little early for that. It's a little early for that, but.
First down here for Northwest. Mick will keep. And Jordan Mick, reasonable yardage.
That was almost a quarterback isolation. He was going to follow the tailback up through there. Tell you what, I like this Mick's kid's his composure. Looks like he's in charge of things.
Came into the game with over 300 yards rushing, 330 to be exact, and 7 TDs as well on the ground. Has yet to throw a touchdown pass, though. That's where he struggled. He's thrown 5 picks this year.
Well, you're going to see one right now.
You have a feeling, don't you? Gibbs to Hauser. Brought down Eddie Burns, the nose tackle, with a huge play in the backfield.
Now we'll probably see it.
Third down coming up. 3rd and long.
Boy,
he blew that play up. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
6'4", almost 3 bills, 290.
Is that how big he is? Wow. He moves pretty well, too.
For that size, yes.
Usually if that big in high school, they don't run very well. Who called timeout now?
Orrville takes the timeout. Well, while we have this moment, again, down to the sideline, brought to you by SARTA. Noah Hiles on the sideline standing by. Go ahead, Noah.
John, this is a very big game here at Northwest. It's been deemed a sellout on social media since Wednesday. You could see the stands packed completely. The student section's rocking, the bands are loud. Everyone's excited to see this Northwest football team play. They're off to one of their best starts in recent history. Haven't started 5-0 since 2007. They're looking to do that tonight. They're looking really good early on.
Thank you for that, Noah. Wins over Claymont, Canton South, Akron, Ella, and then Tuslaw last week. And I know Coach Harbor was very pleased with their win over Tuslaw. They held Briar Marthy, the premier back at Tuslaw, to just 42 yards on the ground. And he told us how happy he was about that midweek.
You know, when we talked to Coach, he said that he was really happy with his defense.
Yeah.
He's very, very happy. Matter of fact, he talked about how many quarters of shutouts that they have pitched so far. Here we go.
Big third down here. Mick to throw. That's Hauser. And play was broken up. Called an incompletion. And we'll see now. I believe they're going to attempt a field goal here. Player is down, too.
Yep. Who's injured? Well, the receiver.
Northwest player appears to be down. Might be Colin Hauser. Can't get a great look at it from here. Appears as though he might have had the wind knocked out of him. So if they do attempt this field goal, Isaac LaFay, the freshman, would be called upon. Ball would be on the 16. And Hauser is up. Appears to be okay. They're going to need him tonight.
This will be about a 30-yard field goal.
30, 33 yards, somewhere in there, right?
Somewhere in there.
About 33.
Where they put the tee.
It appears as though they're going to put it right on the 23.
Be a 33-yard field goal.
Tough angle, too. Not ideal. But we'll see what kind of boot the freshman has. Out of the hold of Nick Dinkins. Kick is up, and it is wide right. I think all of Indian Nation thought that was good.
Yeah.
And we'll take a timeout here on the Alt Care TV Replay Game of the Week. Northwest back to defense after these messages.
At Alt Care, you matter.
When we answer your call or meet with you in person, you are the top priority.
We work with your physician, pharmacy, and over 7,300 other providers. We want to be your trusted resource.
We invest in collaboration, our youth, and our community, which we continue to serve with gratitude.
Commitment and community were the reasons we started over 30 years ago.
And why we are still here today.
Alt Care, where you matter.
John Bozika, Elmer Sheets, Noah Hiles, Bob Jeffries along with you. How about that drive, Elmer? Nice time taken off there, but nothing to show for it.
13 plays and over 5 minutes off the clock, and that's what they have to do. That's what they got to, as we mentioned before, they got to control the clock. They just can't be 3 plays and out, and they can't throw the ball 3 times in a row.
Marquell Parks with the run on first down, not much yardage.
Surprised they're not taking him outside yet. Where's he at now?
One of the quads on the bottom of your screen is Parks out furthest this side of the field as Haley rolls out, throws it downfield. That ball, Jordan Mick got a hand on it. He had 2 plays last week that his coach said could have been interceptions, but 2 flags are down. Do you take this or do you decline it? Would be 3rd down if you decline it. Looks like they'll take it.
They're taking it.
This is a big game for Northwest tonight, by the way. I mean, it's been a long time since Northwest has had a season where it's been this positive to start.
You know, the coach talked about that. He says the last time they had a big game like this,
2nd down and 20. Ball at the Orrville 9-yard line.
A lot of roughage going on up front there. Couple of holds.
Not real good form on that one.
Next play upcoming, screen caught with one hand by Marquell Parks, and he's brought down in the open field again. Beautiful, beautiful open field tackling there. Logan Wise helps out off the defensive line, the end. Nice tackle.
They're playing well.
And now 3rd down, and well, they need to get to Minerva to convert this. Maybe further.
That'd be more Portage Lake, wouldn't it?
I believe so. You are not wrong.
Okay.
Toss to Parks. Watch him. This is where he's dangerous, but he's brought down.
He fumbled the ball.
And the ball came out. Jason Greenfield was there to fall on it, along with Braden Mick, but nothing doing there. So 4th down, and they have it backed up to inside their own 5. That's a great defensive possession.
Again, I'm very, very impressed with Northwest defense right now. Doing a great job.
Haley, the punt is blocked, and it's fallen on by Northwest. Colton Weber, the linebacker, falls on it. We'll make this a nominee for our rock solid play of the game, brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. Somebody got their big paw up there. Remington McClung, the defensive end, Great play.
They have to score here now.
Momentum, right?
Yep. Mo's on their side.
Uncle Mo is he's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Markwell Park so far, -8 yards of offense.
Wow.
That's shutting down a kid who had 56 touchdowns last year.
Yes, it is. Whoa,
high
bad
snap. Mick looks to throw, still looking to throw, and
throw it out of bounds.
Smart play. That's the thing that Coach Harbor talked to us about, is that he said that the biggest growth he's seen in Jordan is throwing the ball away and making better reads, because he said early in the year he tried to force a lot of things.
Well, again, not to repeat myself, but I'm just very, very impressed with this kid's composure of himself. He's in charge. There's no question about that. That could have been a bad snap, and he just jumped up here and got it and did what he was supposed to. He threw the ball out of bounds, didn't force it in.
But they got to score here.
Yeah.
Need that momentum. Hauser joins him in the backfield.
Oh.
And handoff to Hauser, and nothing there again. You know, he's going to have to throw a touchdown pass tonight. Eddie Burns again, that nose tackle. He's a big boy. Look at him, 59.
Looks like he's hungry. We're going to find out, I hope.
So Mick with everybody packed in tight.
2 tight ends and 2 wings.
And
this is not one of your favorite passing formations here.
No.
2 tight ends and 2 tight wings.
This is our 4th timeout of the first quarter. That is surprising for 2 teams that are 4-0. So the motto this year for Northwest has been Ahiga. It's a Navajo word for one who fights. So everything that they do here this year, they say that you have to go at it with Ahiga at your side. A-H-I-G-A, Ahiga. Again, Navajo for one who fights.
Not to be confused with going shopping at Higbee's.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Those are 2 completely different things.
All right. If you said Higwa to me, I thought you was go to Higbee's. Obviously, I have to brush up on my Indian language.
You do?
Yes.
3rd down here, 3rd and 9.
There's that formation again.
Mick to throw.
Still off
Back
his
of the
heel.
end zone. Out of bounds. Another great defensive stand there by Orrville. Now, if I told you when we talked midweek that defenses were going to stand out in this game, would you have said I was crazy?
Well, I didn't know that much about Orrville. But, talking to Coach, he said, the key to them has been their defense. So I'm not surprised by Northwest defense. I think they're doing a great job of keeping Mr. Parks under control, that's for sure.
Now this is about a 27-yarder straight on for Isaac LaFay. Dinkins gets the spot down, and this time LaFay's kick is good. 27 yards out, Northwest on the board first. That's a nice kick by the freshman. Not necessarily the points that they wanted to come away with, but points are points, aren't they?
Yeah. But
it's a good kick.
He's a big kicker, big kid.
6'3", 185. He's a freshman. Yeah. Just a kid. Even I can say that. Beach party tonight here at Northwest. All the kids in their tie-dye and beach gear. I wish I was at the beach right now.
We're sort of overly dressed with ties on.
We are.
Yes.
We are. It's just a little bit different. You can kind of see us up here in the booth. I'm going to wave right now. There I am.
With your tie on.
See? You could kind of see us in the back. That drive summary, Elmer. Not much yardage.
Number of plays on that drive was 4. The total yards was 2, and a 27-yard field goal by Isaac LaFay. Northwest 3, Orrville nothing.
High kick again, taken by Colin Butler. He's the captain on the team, the H-back on the team as well. And again, Orrville going to get pretty good starting field position, but the story has been this Northwest defense, Elmer, only giving up 10 points per game, and they look as good as advertised right now.
Yes, right now they do. Yes, they do.
Coach Dave Alt in his 14th year at Orrville knows how big this game is for his team as well tonight. They come off a win over Fairless last week. Parks gets the give. Marquell. He is just having a hard time of it. And that credit goes to the Northwest defense, Elmer.
Again, their defensive line
getting a nice push.
Defensive line is just doing a great job of controlling things up front. You know, when you look at the size of Northwest defense and offensive line, they're got good size.
Second down, Parks in motion. Haley wants to throw, nobody home. Pass kind of in the middle of 2 of his receivers. Elijah Hall was there, so was Jake Phillips, both receivers, but neither of them were very close to the ball. Third down again.
That was a situation where they had too many people in the same area.
That normally means somebody ran a wrong route, right?
Yes, it does. You want to get separation.
Parks, top of your screen, out wide. That's the place to look. Haley throws to Marquell. He catches it, and here's Marquell. Here's Marquell Parks. See how quickly he makes a play? First down for Orrville, just like that. He is quick.
Just think if you're the defensive back and it's you and him one-on-one.
I would not want to see that.
Ooh.
You can't simulate that. Here's Marquell again.
Boy.
You know, it's the thing that Coach Harbor talked about with him too, Elmer. It's that he waits for you to make the mistake. That's what makes him so good, is that he sits and he waits for you to miss him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
twitched. And before the play, false start. It's going to help things out for the Indians.
When I was reading about this game and reading about all his statistics and listening to their coach, I was really looking forward to seeing him do amazing things. But I don't want to jinx Northwest because that means he's doing great things.
So you want to see him do nice things, but not win and doing nice things. Haley. That's Hall. And Jason Greenfield there with nice open field pursuit, the safety. Not sure what the goal of this play was.
That's a 1-yard get. I always tell the receivers, at least get 5 yards. It looks bad on statistics for the quarterback. 1-yard catches. Drives Bob crazy, dude. Get 5 at least.
Third down, Haley.
There we go.
For Parks. In the air.
Nope.
Tried to reel it in.
Tell you what, defensive back did a great job of forcing him into the sideline.
And that was a sophomore and a freshman there covering him. The safety was the sophomore, and Jason Greenfield, and then Braden Mick was the corner, was the freshman.
That's freshman. He did a heck of a job. Kept forcing him to the sideline.
He has 5 interceptions this year. He's been amazing through 4 games.
When you run that fade, you try to tell the receiver to keep it 5 yards from the sideline. So if it's thrown on that outside shoulder, you can drift into it. He had no room to drift into it. He'd been out of bounds.
So 4th down here. Haley.
Whoa.
Hall. That should be enough. Oh my. It is. What a play by Cooper Haley to find Elijah Hall. That's a great throw.
He got hit. He got hit pretty good on that one.
So Orrville showing some signs of life on this drive. After those first couple drives where they had negative yardage in the scorebook, now this one, they're into Northwest territory and threatening now. Ramsdell in motion. That's Marquell Parks. Marquell, they're bottling him up though.
They're doing a great job. Great job.
He is not having an easy go of it. Nice stop there to end the first quarter. Northwest leads after one by a field goal on our Alt Care TV replay game of the week on the Old Carolina Barbecue Company scoreboard. Back with the next 12 minutes after this.
People made the CRV the best-selling CUV in its class. Hurry to your Honda dealer during the #1 CRV event and get a great deal today.
Y'all know it's football season. Around these parts, football season is barbecue season. If you want to score big on game day, make slow-smoked Old Carolina barbecue your go-to spot before, during, and after all the games. No need to cook on Friday. Meet before the game at Old Carolina. Or grab a party pack and host the ultimate college or pro football party. Featuring award-winning ribs, tender pulled pork, and jumbo smoked wings. We have options for all your pigskin pig-outs. Get more info at oldcarolina.com. Old Carolina Barbecue Company. Meet before the game.
When it comes to our donuts, we're all in. And the new Civic handles the rest. With Bluetooth built in to make life sweeter, donuts are better. With a Honda.
Upgrade to a new Civic for just $189 a month. Visit NorthernOhioHondaDealers.com.
And we return back in on the Alt Care TV replay game of the week, the Old Carolina Barbecue Company scoreboard. Beach night tonight for both teams. As I said, I wish I was at the beach somewhere right now. As Elmer said, we're overdressed in ties. But we're glad to bring this one to you tonight. A great matchup between two 4-0 ball clubs here at Northwest. Haley on the outside, pass is caught. And that was the bigger wideout, almost a tight end in Jake Phillips. And a first down there. We asked Bob in between the break there, Elmer, of quarters, Marquell Parks being bottled up very nicely. 6 carries for 2 yards.
2 yards, that's, boy.
For an All-Ohioan last year who scored 56 TDs, that's pretty good.
And 4,000 total yards.
And here is Marquell, and more bottling up to do.